The Cursed Oasis, the dark story of Rock-A-Hoola Waterpark. In the middle of the California desert, far from any city, there once stood a strange water park, built on sand, surrounded by nothing, a place that promised fun, freedom, and endless sunshine, but instead became a symbol of danger, loss, and mystery. People called it Rock-A-Hoola Waterpark. Others called it the Cursed Oasis. It was supposed to be the happiest place in the desert, but what happened there made it one of the most haunted and forbidden places in America. Imagine driving down a long, empty highway under the burning desert sun. No trees, no shade, just heat, silence, and dust. And suddenly, in the distance, you see bright slides twisting out of the sand like broken bones. That's Rock-A-Hoola Waterpark. Once, it was alive with laughter, music, and splashing water. Families came from all over California to escape the heat. But today, it's quiet, empty. Only the wind moves through the dry slides, carrying echoes of what used to be. So what went wrong? How could a dream so full of joy turn into a place of tragedy and death? Some say it was greed. Some say bad luck. Others believe the land itself never wanted to be disturbed. Whatever the truth is, it's buried somewhere under those broken slides and cracked pools. Let's go back to where it all began and uncover the dark story of the desert's forbidden water park. The story starts in the late 1950s, when a man named Bob Byers had a wild idea. He owned a small piece of land near Barstow, California, hot, dry, and empty. But Bob had a dream to turn the middle of the desert into a paradise. He built a private water park just for his family and friends. He called it Lake Dolores, after his wife. It was small, just a few slides, a man-made lake, and a handful of cabins. But it became something magical. Soon, word spread. People driving along Route 66 saw the water shimmering in the heat and stopped by. By the 1970s, Lake Dolores became a full water park, packed every summer with laughter and tourists. But success didn't last. The 1980s brought new parks, bigger attractions, and changing travel habits. By the early 1990s, Lake Dolores was abandoned. Still, it wasn't over. Someone else would try to bring it back, and that decision would lead to tragedy. In the mid-1990s, a group of investors bought the land and decided to relaunch the park under a new name, Rock-A-Hoola Waterpark. They promised a retro 1950s theme, music, and endless fun. For a short time, it worked. Bright signs, new slides, radio ads. The desert came alive again. But then, things started to go wrong. Attendance dropped, costs went up, and one hot summer day in 1999, disaster struck. A park employee, a man who loved the place and believed in its future, went down one of the slides after hours, but there wasn't enough water at the bottom. He hit the concrete pool floor with full force. The accident left him paralyzed for life.
He sued the owners and won a massive settlement, but it was already too late. The park closed soon after, buried under debt and fear. Locals said that after the accident, the park felt different. The laughter was gone, only silence, and something else remained. Was it guilt, or was the desert taking back what was stolen from it? Over the next few years, Rock-A-Hoola fell apart. The desert reclaimed it piece by piece. Winds tore down signs, sand buried the pools. Vandals and explorers began sneaking in, leaving behind graffiti, broken bottles, and eerie stories. Some said that at night you could still hear water splashing. Others swore they saw lights flickering across the empty slides, though there was no power for miles. A few thrill seekers came to film videos and explore, but not all of them made it out safely. Over the years, several people were injured climbing the old structures. One even fell from a slide at night, never waking up again. Locals now call it the desert's ghost park, a place frozen between joy and tragedy. And though developers tried to revive it again in the 2010s, the land refused. Every new plan failed, every dream swallowed by sand. Today, Rock-A-Hoola stands as a haunting monument to ambition and to the idea that some places are meant to stay wild. So, what's left of the desert's forbidden water park today? Just silence, empty pools filled with dust, slides cracked by the sun, and a strange feeling that the past is still watching. Maybe it's just a story of bad luck and poor business, or maybe it's something deeper, A reminder that the desert doesn't forgive easily. Every structure there now whispers the same warning. You can't control nature. And when you try, nature always wins. Visitors who come today often describe the same thing, an uneasy calm, like the park is waiting for something. Maybe for water, maybe for peace. But one thing is certain, what was meant to be a paradise became a graveyard of dreams. So if you ever drive through the Mojave Desert and see faded slides rising from the sand, don't stop, because some places don't just hold memories, they hold ghosts.